Guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday at 8:30 Mountain Time, and we show you the junk that I bought at the thrift store. We tell you how much I paid for it, how much we'll sell it for, and once we get through that, we paint some stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
I tried not to buy too much, but when we got here, it looks like somebody really loves us, and there's like 4 weeks worth of thrift hauls on the back porch, so next week is going to be banging.
Well, and what you did get, this is from one store today, and it's all really good stuff, and you got some like multiples that match too.
I always love me some multiples that match. It makes my life good for selling. Speaking of selling, if you want anything from the thrift haul tonight, it's already listed. You just go to JamiRayVintageHome.com, you hit that menu button and go to the Saturday night thrift haul, and all the items are there. We actually even left some of the items, there was about 4 or 5 from last week that didn't sell, up there, so you can check that out. Everybody's coming on and saying hi, so I'm going to pull up comments. If you have questions, let us know. We're happy to answer them.
So this is like a camping kit, and it's got all it's loud.
The camping kit is loud.
It's got all its handles. So
what's this?
That's part of it. And
that's part of it?
Yeah, these metal,
they're like
copper plates are in the bottom, and these are cool because they've got like a deep lip on them. They can be used like a bowl. You know, you get that thick camp stew going. You got some tortillas that you warmed up on the fire.
Do you think they have copper on them or just copper colored?
They're copper plated.
Copper
I can
plated.
see where they've got like some wear, and it might not be copper. It might just be like a color. I don't know. They're plated.
That's fancy for camping.
Yeah. And then this. It's got these big hooks. I like these. I'm sure it probably had something at some point that you could like grab this with, but I always just use it with gloves on when I'm camping, and I like the big hooks because you can like get your fingers on them. But I don't know if it's designed for that because it has a glass top, and maybe it's original. I just never had one.
Disclaimer, it does have a little chip in the top.
But the topper screws out if you need like to let a lot of steam out or wash it or whatever.
So these 2 items I didn't thrift. We have sometimes people bring stuff by the shop for us. This came from Tanya Robb, and I would have probably paid upwards of $3 for this. I'm selling it for $11.95, and I probably would have paid $5 or $6 for this camping kit that comes with the copper plates, and we have it for $19.95.
Yeah. And it does, I mean, it's got some wear. It's not in new condition. It has been used and looks like cooked with. But all the pieces are here. And I'm going to put
it's a coffee percolator. Well, that doesn't go together, so don't put that inside because when the girls go to ship it, they will.
Oh, they'll ship that.
They'll be like, oh, where did that go?
They probably need to stuff like a bunch of paper and stuff in there.
Kai says, love the house tour. The place is huge. Can't wait to see it completed.
It's big.
Me and you.
I know it's big. I've been building it for over a year.
Can you describe what I search for? That's really hard because I feel like if you go with like a preconceived notion when you go to the thrift store, it's hard to find stuff. I just look for anything that I think fits my style or that I could make fit my style, like partridge birds.
These are pretty heavy. They're almost like cast iron, but I'm pretty sure they're brass. It's thick.
Sally wants to know, was there a coffee percolator? Hold on. Does it have the inside coffee holder inside the percolator?
I'll go check. You show them these little quail/partridges.
Partridge in a pear tree. So this is a brass partridge set. One of the things I always look for is brass. It looks great in farmhouse, mid-century modern, boho.
It does not.
It does not have that. Okay. I paid $3 for this one and $2 for this one. And they're nice, good, heavy, like paperweights. And I'm going to sell the set for $14.95. So I paid $5 for the pair. I'm going to sell them for $14.95. I always do well with brass, especially brass birds.
Well, it's got like a little tarnish and wear down in the feather detail. It's just great. It's right up our alley. I gotta bring that camera closer. You guys can't see the detail when I hold it up close.
Jasmine says, I just find what I find. I hope to find some things, but I keep that list in the back of my mind. I do often think about what's been selling recently, what I have a lot of. So there are some things I'll buy sometimes. And then once we get a lot of them, I stop buying them for a while until I sell down because you don't want to have too much of one thing. So I like to have a good variety. So if you guys are resellers, keep that in mind. If it's something you know you can sell quick, it's okay to like stock up, but if it's something that takes a while, make sure you're not buying too much. While we're speaking of brass, why don't we show them those leaf candlesticks?
Yeah, these are very festive.
They are. I feel like they work for fall, but they almost look like holly leaves also for Christmas. They were $2 each, and I'm going to sell them for $5.95
We have
each.
4.
And I thought about selling them as a set, but you know, sometimes somebody just wants 1 or 2 or 3.
Well, this would work really good if you had like a brass candlestick collection and you like put one in the middle and then you had like your table going or whatever, or up on your mantle, however you want to display them.
Yeah, and I feel like these go for both fall and Christmas, so they're really cool, and they are $5.95 each. They're made in India.
I really like that they have the finger hook over here so you can actually carry them. They're functional rather than just shelf sitters.
For people that their electricity has been out due to natural disasters, this actually is double duty. It's sharp, so it could be a weapon in case you have an intruder, and you can actually hold it while you walk through your house. Even if you don't have a natural disaster, sometimes the power goes out.
Apparently, Jamie is always worried about the intruders.
I'm a prepper. I'm a design prepper. Like, can it be used for decor, and can it have another more functional situation?
It's like I tell the kids when they're like, I'm scared, I can't go to sleep. I'm like, don't worry, I'm the scariest thing in this house.
And don't worry, we got decor that also doubles as situation weapons. It's multifunctional. This shirt is up on the website. I believe it's $29.95. Caitlin has the link for it. We got quite a few new items, so definitely check out the JRV closet section of JamiRayVintageHome.com. If you sort new to old, you can see all the new things. I think we got like 5 or 6 things in yesterday. A couple dresses, a couple sweaters, a couple shirts.
You got all the loud clanky metal today.
I did.
So copper cookie cutters. These, I don't know if they're plated. They look like they could actually be, and I think I'm gonna
They're
go
probably
plated.
plated.
I'm gonna go plated.
I'm gonna go plated on them. I'm hoping they're plated because I priced them as such. So the whole bag, you guys, was $1, which is even better. Last time I paid 50 cents a cookie cutter, but the last cookie cutters were worth like 15 bucks each. These I'm selling the whole set for $11.95 because they're not as big, they're not handmade, but they are cool copper cookie cutters.
So you have Christmas tree or just a evergreen, and then snowflake.
Or a holiday winter tree.
We've got a star and a gingerbread man.
Yeah,
It's obviously Christmas
a
themed.
winter Christmas theme there. I think that cookie cutters, especially this time of year, people are looking for unique ones, and the fact that those are copper, and copper's so hot right now.
Well, and these are the right size. The last cookie cutters that you had, the handmade ones, like that's like a cookie you can share and then have leftovers later.
So essentially, Kimberly says, thanks for the bun tips. She had surgery yesterday and her hair up in the bun, not uncomfortable at all. I find the most comfortable position for my bun is directly on top of my head. When I used to wear it back here, it gave me a headache.
She would always
Feel better.
She'd be ripping it out in like 3 seconds after if she wore it on the back of her head. Okay, so this looks like it's for toilet paper.
Ding, ding, ding.
Fancy toilet paper
It is.
holder.
If you are a fancy toilet paper connoisseur, you can put your ultra soft Charmin in there. That came from Tanya Robb. I'm not going to paint it because it's like totally cool as is.
Yeah, it's just dark metal.
Dark metal. And I probably would have paid like $5 or $6 for that. And it can be yours or whoever buys it from the shop or our website for the low, low price of $19.95. So I thought it was a cool one. Looks like we've already sold a few things. Look at that.
Well, we have these busts. I thought they were plastic, but I think they are plaster.
So they are made in Japan, and they
They're
are
like porcelain.
Napco Ware. Hold on, let me see if I can get this line at the end.
This one
Yes,
says
Napco Ware, imported from Japan. This one has a crack, so this one's gonna get painted today, and that one's gold. I should have put that on the listing. The white one's getting painted. Hold on. I'm gonna cover up the crack. Getting painted.
Oh, you
There it
guys.
is. I like the gold one
The
the way it is.
Fiestaware got fixed. I had it just looking brand new. And then I was going to show Jamie and I got all butterfingers on it and dropped it on my workbench and it hit my lathe duplicator that was sitting there a sharp corner and busted the face out of the fish.
In case you all are not familiar with the fish catastrophe, last week I broke a fish that we'd already sold Zeb said that he would fix it, and he did. He did a beautiful job, and then, you know, he dropped it. So
Sometimes
Caitlin is
those things
offering a
happen.
refund and a discount coupon. I apologize if it was you that bought the fish. My condolences to your fish. We tried. So those are really cool. I love any kind of ceramics made in Japan. And essentially Kimberly says fish are not your jam. All right, give me the white one. The gold is going to stay as is. It's got a few like chips of the gold missing, but I like the way that looks. But the white one is cracked, so she's getting a paint job.
This might be one of my...
has been flushed.
This might be one of my... Yeah, the fish got flushed. I was like, Jamie, I'm not fixing it again, and I lost one of the pieces for the face.
It's one thing
it's like
to
two or
fix
three
the
pieces.
It's one thing to fix the underneath of the fish, but when you go break in the fish face, it's done.
Okay, so this might be one of my favorite totes ever thrifted. Someone took the time to cut a curved handle. It's got metal underneath right here holding it on, and metal on the corners. I'm pretty sure it's handmade. Someone made it at home. Looks like they painted it up. It's got kind of a rustic finish. The only thing, I don't know, this is like hot glue. Like someone went crazy with the hot glue.
They glued foam into it, it looks like.
Yeah,
We'll just
probably
sand
had
that out.
flowers or something in there. But
You can sand that out, no problem.
it
So
looks
we
like,
paid.
oh, it was
You can-
$4.
He's getting all lost in construction. Can you tell he's a carpenter?
I like the way it was made. I like the metal accents on it.
$4. We're gonna sell it for $19.95 and paint it and stencil it. So it's going over in the paint pile.
I gotta figure out how to get that glue out of the bottom.
I told you we could sand it. Oh.
That's thick.
That's
It's
a
like
lot.
It's like a half-inch thick.
I feel like we could get that out with a putty knife. It definitely had
might-
floral in here.
I might take the heat gun to it and see if I can just soften it up and scoop it out with a spatula.
Tigonique says that she never winds up selling her totes because she needs them.
Yeah, you know, totes are great. You can put so much stuff in them. I've got like 4 or 5 little old toolboxes and totes in the garage that I use.
Annie's funny. She says, I'm the one that bought the fish. It won't be the first one I threw back. Sorry, Annie. Kaylin should be emailing you about the refund and offering your discount code for future purchases. We promise to take better care of it.
This is like metal bobblehead pilgrims.
Yeah, so I paid $1.50 for each of them, and I'm going to sell the set, I believe, I have it listed for $12.95, if I remember correctly.
Look at the base on this.
They were just so stinking cute. I couldn't pass
And we're
them up.
$1.50 each.
Yeah, they've already sold, but they were $12.95, and originally, I was going to grab that, and you pulled it away.
Oh, I didn't see you grabbing for it. I'm showing
Look
him
how
the
cute
detail.
those
Look at
are.
his rifle. I love his rifle.
It's an airsoft gun. It originally came from Pretty Things in Ventura, California, and was $7.95 each. So $12.95, and they're like a little chippy, a little distressed. They're so cute.
They're probably fairly old because $7.95 seems to be
A little low,
fairly
right? For a
low for how
boutique.
detailed and well constructed these are.
So well constructed means Zeb won't break them. Already, you can put that one over there, and that one. We're not painting these; they're already sold. And I wouldn't paint them because they're cute.
Yeah, they got a
I'm
good
always
big
looking
job.
for holiday stuff, guys. So if you're wanting to put holiday stuff in your booth and you're not wanting to break the bank, thrifting is a great way to do it.
We got a wall hanging basket.
Melody
Flat
says
back.
this Napco is going for $42 or best offer on eBay. So somebody should scoop it up from us because we're going to sell it for $11.95. But it is broken.
It does have some damage. It's not in perfect condition.
It does have authentic battle damage, and the other one got painted gold.
Is Tanya here from Carts and Millie?
Yeah, she is. Carson Millie says it's an antique Nerf gun. And Lisa laughed at the pilgrim with an airsoft gun.
Here, well, let's look at this rifle again. Look at it. His hand is on it.
That doesn't look like proper gun safety.
Yeah, well, you know, that was before they taught that.
So this is the deal of the day. The basket is amazing on its own. It's a hanging basket. It's got great like farmhouse vibes to it. It's not like your typical like generic basket from the craft store. And I always love any kind of hanging basket that could be flat on the wall is a good one. And then this came with all the greenery, and I got the entire situation for $1.50, and I will sell that for $22.95 all day long because it's a basket, so it's worth at least like $14 or $15 for the basket, and it has greenery, so that ups it to $22.
I could see this I could see this hanging in a bathroom with like some potpourri hiding out underneath the greenery.
I think that I love that you're thinking of the way the bathroom smells. I think that you could use these colors
Gotta keep
like
it fresh.
year round, and then you could put different colored berries in it for seasons, like orange berries for fall, red berries for Christmas, pink berries for Easter.
All right, So who decorates the guest bathroom or the bathroom that guests will use and keeps that one mostly clean all the time and smelling fairly good? And then they want to decorate the rest of the bathrooms in the house, but all bets are off and you actually don't ever get to them.
I don't decorate any bathrooms really unless I do a video on them because they're utilitarian.
I'm just saying, guest bathroom, hit it up.
They say they do. I have a problem with overly decorated bathrooms because I know what floats in the air, and I'm like, if people ain't sanitizing it, that's just poop decor. It's what's on it. Just in case anybody was wondering.
Nobody wants that.
So clean your decor that's in your bathroom.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh my
Kimberly,
goodness, you scored a toolbox that still has the tray. This is like the unicorn in old toolboxes. They never have the trays in them still.
I know, right? And here's the thing. I normally do not pay $8 for one, but it had the divider in it, and I'm feeling generous, so I'm only selling it for $19.95.
And it's a good forest green, like perfect right now.
For the holidays.
Perfect.
It's got these great, it's not like your typical Craftsman toolbox because it has, show them the details, the riveted corners on here. It has like the leather, like dried out leather handle. It's old. It also has a really great piano hinge on the back.
Yeah, it's a piano hinge. See the feet.
So I paid $8 and I'm selling it for $19.95. It is a great old toolbox. It will not get painted. Deb says, just shut the lid as soon as you flush, no problem. Deb, I'm lucky if I can get the humans that live in my house to flush the toilet. Y'all know I have a lot of kids. I also recently picked up a couple of parents. One is a flusher, one is like part-time flusher, so.
Your dad's problem is he lives by the motto and has for the entire time I know him. And it's because he lives on he's lived on a septic tank
if
for a
it's
long
brown,
time.
flush it down. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
That is his motto.
That is his motto.
He will
and
tell
I'm
it to you like 3 times a day.
I'm like, listen, Linda, flush the toilet. We're on the city.
Yeah, city sewer, just run that thing down. We don't want to smell it in there all day.
Is your blouse roomy? Yeah, I would say this is a small, so if you're big chested, go at least medium. I'm like average. All right, while we're talking about that, so this didn't have a price tag on it, and normally I pay like $2 for things of that nature, and I got it for $1, so I'm selling for $12.95. I feel like I could go up to $19.95, but because I got it for $1, I feel like $12.95 is good. And the color is great for fall, but also I think would be good for spring because it has the light purple, but then you've got like the really dark violet in there as well.
Let's talk about this for a second because I've been watching a couple comments flash by.
What?
You know that you've been brought into the circle of trust, into the family, when Jami starts talking about poo. I don't know if it's because we've had 5 kids or...
I feel like I talk about that with most
it's like
people.
something that everybody does, but she will freely talk about it. Dinner table, wherever. She just...
I do not talk about it at the dinner table with my children because I don't want them to talk. Don't make that face.
Yeah, no, it's happened a lot.
I don't talk about it with my kids. I do if my girlfriends are good, and I'm not the only one. When we went to France, was I the only one talking about poop? Was I?
Oh, no.
Even, she will kill me for saying it, but even Miss Dion,
She's got kids.
She has 2 boys. She knows potty talk. She's all fancy and elegant when she's painting, but Dion knows the potty talk.
All right, so we have a lamp globe. Moving on. Now that you guys know that you're family.
I did used to talk about the dinner table growing up, but I have matured.
Okay.
That already sold.
We have this
But-
globe that is awesome and hobnail.
Yeah, so I love these because, look, it's supposed to be for a lamp, right? But who uses it for a lamp? I just flip them up like this and throw apples in them. Done. I mean, yes, the bottom is open, but the apples don't fall down the hole unless they're teeny tiny. So $10.95, and I paid how much for that?
Oh, $1.50.
$1.50. And if that was actually a hobnob bowl and not just a lamp, I'd probably sell it for like $20. Hobnob. Potato.
So this is Nordic Ware, and it's got a little Viking on it. It says USA down below, and also right color for the season. But I don't know. Did you pick this because it has the good handles? Because usually we hang these, and it gets tricky because they're hard
When
to
you hang these, you have to hang them in the middle. You cannot hang them right here because they will slide off the nail. But if you hang them and put the nail through the middle,
So you put the nail right here, and then you leave them facing out like this on the wall. They look cool in a
they look
collection.
cool.
Or
We
like
sell
a
a
kitchen.
ton. We sell a ton in the shop. I purchased that for 2 reasons. One, we've been selling a ton of bunk pans lately.
And the handles.
2, it has handles. Well, okay, 3 reasons. And it's red, so perfect for Christmas. And a lot of people like to make those centerpieces where you like use the bunk pan and then decorate the thing.
We
What
got
did Jean?
this.
Jean says we like big bunts, and these are great because they're orange.
Oh.
Super chat from Sally Bunswell. She loves the roof.
Thank you, Sally. Oh, thank you for loving the roof. That is like my magnum opus. Both roofs. It's 2 roofs. It's like 33 squares, 37 squares of roofing.
I'm pretty sure if I don't announce this, my sister's gonna explode. My sister Renee, who is the middle sister, her baby boy is gonna have his first baby, and today we found out that it's a girl. So we're super excited. Congratulations, Austin and Jamila. Austin's my baby nephew, Austin is...
I think he's 22, 23. I didn't
I don't
know.
remember how old he is. I just remember when he was little. I have lots of pictures. He was such a cute little pudgy baby.
So this is, I don't know if this is old Fiestaware, but I haven't seen this logo. I don't think it's as old as some, but I haven't seen this logo as much.
It's tangerine. I knew it, Donna. I tagged you in our business coaching group. So this is Fiestaware with a big F. I saw the tangerine for $14.95 on replacements.com. It's made from 2003 to 2017.
Okay, so it's
Anyways,
not super old.
Not super old. I'm selling them for $6.95 a plate, I think, and I bought them for $2.
$2 a plate. We have 3.
I mean,
3
I
plates.
put orange Fiestaware, but I wasn't sure if they were tangerine. But anyways, so
But Donna's
Sorry.
on it. She knows.
hold on, I put too many in stock. Hold on, did you check those for chips though? Because they didn't have chips when I bought them, but I just want to make sure that they don't.
So they have like some imperfections on the edge where, like the glazing gets thin.
No, that's not a chip though.
No, it's not a chip. See? It's not a chip, but you can see kind of like the light catching that. That's just part of the glazing.
Oh, $7.95 a plate. Okay, it's you. $7.95. I found them as much as $14.95 per plate. But I always like to do a deal because I'm not like a Fiestaware dealer. So if somebody else wants to buy them and sell them for more, that's cool.
They do have just a slight bit of wear. It looks like someone's had a lot of steaks on these.
Hey, they were pre-owned.
Yeah, that's why they're not, what did you say?
Yeah, Donna
20?
says it's just a mistake with the glazing, not a big deal. It's what's indicative of the Fiestaware and the way that it's made.
Yeah, it's a common thing across the board.
Caitlin's teasing me because somebody thought that the Fiestaware that I sold them wasn't real because it had like a $2 sticker. I'm like, it is real because I thrifted it because it's vintage. So there was a sticker. But we've been trying to be better about making sure we take the stickers off. Although everybody knows where my stuff comes from because I always tell them.
So these are Radric number 84G20-3.3, plate number 1971A, made in 1988. And they have these really cool frames on them. I'll show you the picture close up. But I think these frames are good wood, but they would also be cool painted a fun color.
I'm not painting them because I don't know what somebody would want to do to them. But they
come
are
out
limited
easy.
edition plates and they are beautiful. I mean, I just couldn't leave them there.
Well,
yeah,
and-
the old Fiestaware does have a little F, and most of what I find is the vintage, but this is newer.
And these frames are some of the best plate frames I've ever seen. They come with a good hook, and they're easy. This is like metal, but it has like a rubber tip on it so it doesn't damage your plate.
And the butterflies are gorgeous. It says, the first collector's plate series ever sponsored by the nurses. I don't know what that. And then the plate is numbered, and it's limited to 150 firing days, meaning they only made these for 150 days. So we're selling these for $14.95 each, and I paid $5. I love the mint ones the best. This one is like blue and coral. This one has orange butterflies. Where's Lolly Lolly? We got orange butterflies. And then the mint ones. That one on the bottom, the first one you showed, was my favorite. I do love the violets, but this one's my favorite.
They're just really detailed, and you can't see it because of the frame, but it has the artist's signature here. It says Lena Lou.
Caitlin, I know they're monarch, but the color is orange. And actually, it is funny because the sticker that was stuck to the plate was not even from the plate. It's like it stuck from something else because we have stickers. I mean, this is what we do because it was not even what I had paid for the plate. It happens. Jean says, I come home from the shop with thrift stickers stuck to the back of my pants and the bottoms of my shoes. We do try to take them off because not everybody that comes into the store like knows where our stuff comes from. But I'm like, hey, like, where do you think junk comes from? There's junk heaven somewhere, and I go shopping there.
This is the Tarnished Silver section. They have the green stickers, meaning they were under the glass in the
collectible section.
So this little one was $3. This one was $4. I'm looking for a mark on there. This one looks like it's probably plated.
This one, the mark is on there, but I can't.
Let me show you close up so you can see the detail on it.
It's something by Pool. And it has a number, but I cannot read it. This one is cool. Those are $9.95. And then there's this one.
We leave them tarnished. If you want to buy them and shine them up, you can, but we leave them tarnished because that's what we want.
Caitlin says we need to have the talk with everyone then. Where does junk come from?
Where does the junk come from? Hard to say.
Well, it's kind of like, where do babies come from?
Oh, this has
That's why she's calling it the talk.
So this has a knight. It's got like a family crest on it. There's a unicorn, looks like a lion, and then a shield with, I can't tell, but there's a knight behind the shield.
That's fancy. It's so fancy that I'm going to sell for $12.95. I paid $5. Feel like that was a good
wood handle.
Return. You need a bed warmer. I need you to put some hot coals in that and warm up the bed. It's getting chilly.
Is that what this is?
Yes. Well, I think so.
Probably.
Chime in.
It's got a little handle.
How can you tell if it's plated or not? Usually real silver is like...
It doesn't look like this on the inside, and it's super heavy. Well, heavier than this is. This feels like tin that's been plated.
Oh, it says this is to gather swept crumbs into. That's a fancy crumb catcher. When you have dinner and you're like, oh, there's crumbs on the table. Let me sweep those up. Yeah,
like, hey, we're going to sit here for another 4 hours, but we don't want to sit here with this stuff. All right, we got this suitcase that is probably one of the coolest ones.
Radric picked this.
Oh, really?
He found it himself. It was $6 and we're selling it for $19.95. It's totally got a steampunk vibe, not painting it. It's been wrapped in metal. The inside is in pretty great shape. It's got these cool like corners. It's not particularly old because I can tell by the way the corners are put on there, but definitely a cool steampunk vibe. Radric was gonna keep it, but he also bought a big thing of marbles, and I told him that he got to keep the marbles or the suitcase because we're moving soon and you can't keep all the things, and he chose the marbles. So this is Radric's pick. He went junking with me today. So $19.95.
It's a good pick.
And I paid $6.
I like steampunk stuff a lot.
Lori says, a new t-shirt, where does the junk come from? The suitcase is James Bond style.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let's talk about the turtle in the room.
I believe this is tortoise category.
Is it tortoise? I don't know my animals that well.
You can tell by the shell.
I'm not an animalologist. I don't think that's a word.
I think zoologist is.
Let's play. How much is Jamie going to sell that for?
It was $5. It's resin. Is it getting painted?
The question is the turtle in the, I don't think.
Are we going to paint the turtle pink?
I don't think Ivy, are we going to paint the turtle pink? No. Oh, it's gone. It's already sold. And it was in there. Okay. I just couldn't find it. Guess how much we're going to sell it for? $5. How much are you going to sell it for?
This looks like a $12.95 or
$14.95.
$2 off.
Who bought the turtle? Fess up if you bought the turtle. We'll try not to break it like the fish. The turtle is sold. It's a land turtle, and homestead to homestead says tortoise for sure.
I feel like I got my ghillie suit on back here.
That is not what those are. They're for decor, not hunting. They have little berries on them.
Are there berries? There are little berries on here.
Caitlin says, hold the tortoise carefully. It's already sold.
I don't.
Okay, so I paid, how much? I think I paid $5 for that. How much do you think I'm going to sell for? Now, here's a tip.
This has greenery and it's very heavy terracotta that's been glazed. I would say it's in the $19.95 range.
$22.95.
You guys, I should price all the stuff for you.
Yeah, I feel like. Because have you ever tried to buy, if I tried to buy this wholesale, I would pay at least $22 for it wholesale. Greenery is spendy-yo.
Yeah,
That's why I like to thrift it when I can. So we're going to paint the base on this one, so don't break the base.
Don't break the base.
I'm all about that base. Base.
Are we painting the turtle too?
Yeah, be careful. Okay. We got 2 roosters.
Double rooster. They're probably buds, you know, cause trouble around the barnyard together. Chasing stuff.
Cocking around in the house.
Watch out for that.
That's what they're called. It is. You
There
had
were-
a shirt. You had a hat that said cock on it and had a rooster on it.
Yes, I did.
Long past when we were like married.
My friend gave it to me for my birthday. I had to wear it out of obligation.
Apparently
It
the
was a
roosters
gift.
are popular because they look like they are both sold. Maybe they don't want them after I said that. And I paid $1.50. What do you think we're gonna sell them for?
They're very detailed, good quality resin. I want to say that these are $14.95 each.
$9.95 each.
Wow.
They originally came from Rite Aid.
So
you know that Rite Aid means quality, the drugstore.
You can tell I price things that I like higher.
Although I don't think, yeah, you do. I don't think that one's from Rite Aid because this one is from Herco Gift Professional. So this is a professional gift giver. This one is from Roosters. They're both sold. They're $1.50 each. We're gonna sell them for $9.95.
The difference being the high-end rooster over here has painted eyes. This one has googly eyes.
Is that low end because it has googly eyes?
No, they're not really googly, but they're like the doll plastic or resin that get glued on.
All right.
I really want them to be googly eyes now, though.
So Jack found your teddy bear from when you were a baby, and he
yeah.
wanted to have it, and I told him he couldn't have it, and then he's like, "Mom, why does it have googly eyes? Because it has like the plastic
It has
eyes."
big googly eyes.
I was like, "I don't know. Your grandma bought it."
No, I think my mom made that bear.
Oh, she made it. $1.50. The pumpkins are sold. And what do you think I was gonna sell the whole bag of pumpkins for?
$12.95.
Yes!
I got one right.
Winner, winner, chicken
These are really
dinner.
detailed and good quality fake pumpkins.
So all of the butterfly plates sold. I'm curious if they sold like to different people or what. Oh, look, and the white one sold, the one that's getting painted of this. So we better be good to that. All
I
right,
want to show you, the pumpkins are already sold.
Yeah,
I want to show you what I mean by good quality pumpkins. Like this one's got little warts and stuff on it.
That's next level. It's not dollar store. There's not much left. Y'all are doing
It has
good.
been a great haul. Like Jamie did really good,
I
and it was
did.
all from one store.
I also, not pictured here, bought Radric's Halloween costume, new in package for $10. And we got a big thing with, Jack counted it, 250 marbles for $4. So I spent just over 100, but we spent the afternoon separating, Jack and I separated the marbles into which ones I liked and which ones he liked. And we ordered one of those things where you can put the marbles in it and then you make them go around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that'll be here next week.
So that's the haul. That's everything. I'm gonna go get some paint brushes and get Jamie started painting this, and then I think I'm gonna paint this tote and possibly do some fun stenciling on there. But I need to see about getting this. We might have to paint the inside later because I'm gonna have to do some heat gun magic on this hot glue that's down. Look at how thick that is.
All right, I'm gonna paint everything else.
Yeah, Jack was probably counting 250 marbles when he was 4.
I'm feeling weathered wood today. Would you
He's-
grab me the weathered wood?
Oh, you're painting the roosters?
It's all getting weathered wood and white wax.
Yeah.
It's a good combination.
All right, I got you. Do you need a detail brush for those roosters? Probably.
Yeah, one brush will be good. Yes, Jack did count 250 marbles. He is good with the math. Like, he will say, if I sell this for such and such amount of money, how much profit is mine? And I'm like, I let you live in this house. You better paint that. Just kidding. they did earn themselves a basketball hoop through painting junk through the situation. When school got canceled last year, I was like, fine, you can come to work with me. I'll teach you how to make money. All right. Jean is excited. She can't wait to ship everybody the stuff that they bought. Jean, you probably didn't know this, but a lot of things sold at the store today. So you got things to ship and things sold at the store. We have had we haven't sold a lot of furniture for a while. Today we sold a buffet and a side table in one day. Super excited about that, and tons of little stuff. So it was great. Denise says she did great on the pricing game, and Carts and Millie Tanya says that she makes her kids paint. Pam, aren't the Roosters sold? They are. I believe they are both sold.
Okay, I got a bunch of different brushes here.
Okay, so speaking of brushes, they're on sale. All the brushes except for DIY
I can't believe
paint
we haven't
brushes.
even talked about that until now.
I know, I'm lame. But they're all 20% off. And this is our semi-annual sale. It only happens twice a year. Caitlin can put the dates on there. I think it lasts for like another week. Caitlin can tell you for sure.
It's like 10 days or something this time around.
But yeah, so all the paint brushes, all the paint pixie, all the turquoise Irish brushes, all the stencil brushes, and the zebra are on sale for 20% off. And it only happens twice a year, so stock up.
Okay, you got your weathered wood. I'm gonna get you some white wax.
This brush is like, I probably left it in paint. It's kind of stiff.
You know what? We might have to have like first of the year do like a brush purge. We have so many brushes that we've had since we started selling Paint Pixie, and they're great, but we leave them sitting just around, especially after this. Like after we get done with this video, I go finish uploading it and put all the details in and do payroll like after this video. And sometimes the brushes like will come back Monday or Tuesday and they're still like sitting here with paint on them.
Kai, the stencils are not on sale. Our stencil sale was like a month and a half ago.
It's like August, early August.
That only happens like once a year. Occasionally there'll be something for Black Friday, but not much. What do I recommend for beginners? I would get, is it the number 12, Caitlin? That's the big paint pixie. And then I would also get yourself a French round. And then if you're only going to get one stencil brush, I'd probably get the number 20 or 24.
So this is how we get our paint. When the shipping goes bad, we just keep it for ourselves and don't ship it out to you.
Yeah. Well, we get refunded for it because it's not saleable, but I'm not going to throw it away. That stuff is gold. So what color are you painting that?
This is Fancy Farm Girl, and I'm going over it, going to give it like a Christmas vibe.
Okay.
Because it's already red, it's got the good white peeking through. I'm going to have to use the heat gun maybe later on down the road, and then we can paint the inside.
Oh. SKC Janelle says she bought the Roosters and she's okay with painting them. So you guys, since we already pre-list the stuff, I put in all the listing what will be painted on the live, so people know when they're committing to buying something that they're committing to buying it with whatever we do to it. So, and we'll try not to break. We've only broke one thing.
Oh, look how good that looks with the red. Once that tones down and gets dried and waxed, I'm probably going to stencil it
Janae
too.
says, okay then.
We got 20 minutes. I do have time to stencil this.
How do I clean my brushes? I usually will soak them in water for a little bit, and then I use the Paint Pixie soap or the DIY brush cleaner.
I really like, both are good. The soap is the charcoal soap will really condition your brush, but I like the applicator that the DIY comes in.
Yeah, it's pretty bomb. If your brushes are like beyond cleaning, we sometimes will soak ours in fabric softener to recondition them. It's not like advised from the
and it's not foolproof.
All right, I needed like a detail brush, like
I didn't find it.
This one needs softener. I'm getting a hand cramp. I'm getting a hand cramp painting this thing.
Well, while you're waiting on me,
my arthritis is not loving me.
Paint that Fancy Farm Girl for me.
All right, I will paint that for you. Would you also, since you're going there, would you grab me a bottle of water, sweetie?
Yes. And
I will love you forever. Thank you. All right. For wax brush, I would say if you're only going to buy one wax brush, you could buy like this JRV. I think this is the number 20 because you can use it for wax and stenciling. Just wash with warm water to get the wax out. I like this one. It feels good in my hand. I also use, if I buy these little brushes, I use these for detailed wax. All All right, I better get to painting because he's getting me. Zeb, I'm not painting the inside. Because the inside, well, I can paint down to a certain level, but the inside needs a, what's that called? An exorcism. It's got a lot of dried up, crusty paint. I think Zeb's gonna stencil this, so I probably should get the front painted so we can.
I cannot find our French round brushes. Are they in a bag? Should we take them to the farmhouse?
Oh, no,
Are they at home? Here's the water.
That's all right. I'll just use a different one that's not so crunchy.
I have another small one. It needs wash. I'll be right back. See if it's in better shape.
You can give me a new one. You know, it was my birthday this week. Like, for your birthday, I got you a new paintbrush. For my birthday, I went to a football game, and I got sung to by the 4th grade Lehi football team. That was pretty great. And I ordered myself a new pair of Nikes, and eventually I'll get birthday cake. Zeb asked me today if I bought my own birthday cake, because while my birthday was on the 8th, you know how sometimes they have like the holiday and then they have the holiday observed? My holiday observed of my birthday is tomorrow, because it's really hard to celebrate a birthday in the middle of the week when you're trying to get a farmhouse done and you've got football and practice and all those things. My girlfriends did take me to lunch because they're thebomb.com. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. All right. I'll get back to comments in a minute. Sorry, guys. Zeb's. Did you get me a brush? Thank you.
This one was in Downy.
Oh.
So it smells nice. But I don't know how soft it was going to be because it was trying to have some...
Oh, that's not a French round either. There's other brushes here that are not crunchy.
I can't find the French round. All right, I'll finish painting this.
All right. All right, I'm just going to...
They're probably on the back porch. Someone was painting something back there, you know. Because we have 3 or 4 of them. Or we took them home or used them.
The little Frenchie is the best for details. I actually think they're all at the farmhouse if you want to know my honest opinion. Jamie, did you ever consider designing frames for prescription glasses? I'd be your first customer. You know, I don't think I've ever thought about that. I'm not really sure where I would begin, but that would be kind of fun. I wore glasses for a long time, many, many years before I had LASIK. I want to design frames that you can lay in bed and watch TV and they don't hurt your face. Lisa says I had to order my own birthday cake 2 years in a row. The first said happy birthday to me, the second just said bite me. The wax brush, Caitlin knows the names of all the brushes. Sorry, if you just search wax brush, you should be able to find it. This one is the number 20. It's actually a stencil brush. And then there's a little C, that's a wax brush too.
Okay, so I'm not gonna, well, maybe I'll paint down the sides. It needs wiped out. There's like some crusty in there.
Kai wants to know how Harrington's doing at college. He's going to be going back. He came home to quarantine.
He's doing really good grade-wise.
Yeah, his grades are good. He's got a job. He's working at a nursing home. He's losing weight. He's trying to get down to 184 because he's going to start at 184 for them. And yeah, he's doing good. As far as I know. I mean, I don't know until somebody tells me otherwise. He's an adult, so he is on his own. Except for I do pay for his cell phone and his college.
Well, and we had to, well, you know, the cell phone is like, hey, call me, I pay for that thing.
Yeah, but he does pay for his own car, and he's paying for his own car insurance. Although, weird, so we're switching over, well, not switching over, we got new car insurance because we no longer have Harrington on there. And the insurance company was like, well, let me ask you some questions. They're like, is Harrington still licensed in Utah? I'm like, yeah. Does he come home for the holidays? I'm like, well, I hope he comes home for Christmas, like he's invited. And they're like, well, because he comes home for the holidays and because he has a Utah driver's license, you have to pay to insure him on your vehicles. Well, Zeb and I both drive like fairly new, nice, big Mamma Jamma Fords. So it is not cheap to have a kid like my kid who has speeding tickets and car accidents on your insurance. And I'm like, I'm not paying to insure him. He's an adult and he has a policy in another state. Anyway, so that's what I'm dealing with the insurance company right now. Hopefully it works in my favor because I was kind of annoyed at Progressive. throwing them out there.
They've actually been pretty great. We've had them before, but
This is just, I'm just like, I get it.
they
like,
wouldn't insure us with Harrington on there, so we had to get something else. And then as soon as we got him off, we went back with it.
Well, I'm like, do you want me to lie and say he doesn't have a Utah license? I mean, we currently have a situation. It's not like getting to the MVD is easy. And lots of kids keep the license of the state that they're from. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to wax this.
Unless
with
you're
the
gonna
kid.
like live there permanently and get yourself a job after college, usually they come back or they end up somewhere else wherever the jobs are, you know?
Janae says to stand my ground. What's the difference between synthetic brushes and other brushes? So synthetic brushes do not have animal hair in them. I generally think they take more abuse. But if you have natural bristle brushes, I feel like if you take good care of them, they hold up longer. So I guess that's just my personal opinion. Some people think some leave less brush strokes. I don't know. I use whatever brush I want to.
I feel like the natural bristles will hold more paint in them.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like synthetic sometimes lays the paint on flatter. Is that even a thing? And if you're vegan, then you want synthetic because you don't want to use animal hair. Most artist brushes, like high quality artist brushes, are natural bristle. All right, I've got that painted.
Okay, where's the heat gun
This
at?
chicken's going over here.
Oh, I brought you water. You didn't drink it.
What? Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Okay, this is all painted. I didn't get the bottom because we'll wait on that. If actually it looks like a little distressing, and it'll be like a nice cream color like the other part of the, like the bottom of the inside is.
Oh, Les had carrot cake tonight.
Ooh, nice.
She has it every Saturday night.
Carrot cake is delicious. Did you make it, Les?
Jean likes synthetic. Les, I think Les does make her carrot cake.
All right. If I were a heat, I'm gonna try the old heat gun.
The
because
heat gun's probably on the floor somewhere.
I
Sweetie.
turned this one on the other day, and it was blowing good, and there was heat coming out of it.
Oh, so Les did not make it. Zeb and I are going to have to go to the grocery store because I don't even think we have a chocolate cake mix at the house. And he did not take care of my cake needs. I mean, in his defense, he was putting a roof on. It was literally hanging from the roof of the addition. They said the toe already looks so much better. It does. Did you? Okay, I was like, you didn't paint all the way inside because we got to get that.
No, yeah, I just painted down the sides so you guys can get the effect when I stencil this.
So IOD's transfers will be coming out the end of this month. We have sold out of the IOD molds. And we do have, I believe, we have all of the IOD stamps that are new still in stock, or at least we did. Thanks, Pass Forward. She said she likes my top.
The stamps are really cool. They had a bunch of new fonts that you can really do a lot of cool stuff with, especially if you're into making signs or like towels or aprons, things like that that have quotes and stuff on them. The fonts are going to be great for that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the roof finished either because I'm on hold with a lot of projects till the roof gets done. So.
Well, the trouble is Jamie's pretty handy and good at helping me, but we're at that stage where some of the projects are just like me lifting 40-pound sheets of sheeting up to the top of the roof over and over and over until it's done.
And Zeb is the boss at the farmhouse, so I don't like to start other stuff without him there to tell me what he needs me to do. So once he gets done with the roof and he comes down off the roof, then he has time to be like, okay, I need you to do this, this, and this, cut this, nail this, and then I'm of more use that way.
So as soon as we get the roof done, we're going to start putting windows in and the doors, the exterior doors, so that we can start locking it, and we'll take that big piece of plywood off of the old part of the house and case that out so that that entryway is nice and neat and open.
You guys, the Zebra brushes are on sale too, and they are great starter brushes if you're not ready to buy the expensive Paint Pixie or DIY brushes. Zebra is what I started with, and they're still better than like the cheap brushes, you know? Like a good starting off point. They paint well. They're not going to last as long, but again, if you're just starting off, they're a great way to get started. All right. These are painted. I feel like they already look a lot better. I don't know what it is, but whenever I paint a rooster and then I white wax it, I feel like it's like immediately French country.
Do you want to heat gun that?
Nope, because I got more to paint.
Okay. How we doing on time?
How we doing on time? It's 9:22.
Okay, I got like 8 minutes to stencil this.
Well, yeah.
We were a couple minutes late, so like if we go over a couple minutes, I think it'll be all right. A couple weeks ago, we went over half an hour.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, the paintbrushes that are on sale, the paint that we're using, you can pick that up at JamiRayVintage.com, little commercial there. This is really shiny, so it's going to take a few coats. It probably won't get finished on this live. This is going to go weathered wood and white wax, and now I know it just looks like brown poo, but I promise you that when we white wax it, this will
It's looking
transfer.
black on camera.
Oh, it looks black on camera. It's not black. It just, when you do weathered wood and white wax, it looks like stone.
I'm just hunting for stencils. I'll be right back.
The roosters look good next to the green. I agree. Which green did you use? So I'm using weathered wood. What color green did you use?
That is Fancy Farm Girl.
Fancy Farm Girl.
It's a little brighter than Gypsy Green and not as dark as Aviary.
Got it. And this I wouldn't have painted, but she was chipped in the back, so this paint is, well, and she's been repaired. It was a very good repair, but this will hide that fact.
I found the French round.
You found the French round, now that I'm mostly done.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta paint the turtle too, but should I paint the turtle something else? Because people might get tired of the weathered wood.
I don't know.
Should I paint the turtle green?
I think someone said apothecary, but a green turtle is fitting.
Yeah, let's paint it Fancy Farm Girl. All right, first, but before I do that, I gotta paint this red. Oh, it's heavy. We did sign a form that said that he would not be driving our vehicle, so hopefully they accept that. I mean, he's an adult. He wasn't, even when he lived with us, and we did pay for him on our cars, we did not allow him to drive our cars, because teenagers should not be driving expensive cars. That's just the way it is. At least my teenager. Takes him a hot minute.
Oh, I think I'm going to use these.
I'm going to do this without getting paint on the greenery. What are you looking at, sweetie?
Well, I couldn't find the specific Christmas ones. We've got some older Christmas ones, but I think I want to use something out of the accessory pack here.
The accessory pack. So Zeb is looking at the JRV stencils. We just had our new release for fall, and one of the things we have is an accessory pack, and it works to like decorate with our wreath or our window maker, but also works because you got every season basically represented and year-round things to make your own little artwork. So you can build it and make your own designs instead of having like a predetermined design. All right, guys, sorry that this is covering my face. I'm like, hi, Zeb's off camera. I'm hiding behind the bush. Oh, that's brilliant, Jamie. Just take it out. I don't know why I didn't do that from the beginning.
Okay, so I have these stars. They're hard to see. There you go. There you can kind of see them.
Zeb, I'm trying not to get paint on my new shirt. Would you move this over for me? Thanks for sacrificing your hand.
How far over do you
Just
want
over
to
enough that I can put the turtle here.
Oh, okay. Or I think I'm gonna do these pine cones, but I'm gonna stencil them in like white swan or I think white swan.
Anna says she's using milk paint on her pumpkins this year. We also carry Sweet Pickett's milk paint, and she's using the color Purple Posies. I like that color. It's cute. I'll wait till you get back because I need that Fancy Farm Girl, and I'm not sure where you put it.
Do you need the French brown?
I missed a spot on the top of the statue.
Yeah, right back in that, right on the very top.
Oh, it's all right. I'll get it on the second coat.
Here you go.
Beth got her order today. She loves the IOD shell mold.
So I think I'm going to do one side pine cones and one side with the stars.
The chickens are good. Would you give me the paint too?
Oh, you need paint.
Yeah, I was going to use that same color. I actually don't need that brush. Yeah, I actually did not even save any of the iodine molds for me because I wanted to make sure customers got first dibs. So I begged the sisters, I'm like, please, can you just let me have one? I didn't have one mold just for me. Alright. It's getting painted green. You guys, all the like teenage kids are into Save the Turtles right now. So turtles are good to buy. They never stick around the shop very long. The first time a mom comes in with her teenage or preteen daughter or son, the turtles sell fast. Just a little pro tip if you're out there junking for your booth.
So I was going to get White Swan and I ended up with Beadboard, which is a very bright, cool white. I think it's going to work.
Oh, pine cones, cute.
Yeah, I'm just going to go simple.
Sure you don't want to go brown with those?
Yep, well, they're
You
frosted
know what, if
pine
you went
cones.
brown and then you did white, then
Oh, so like a shit,
like they got snowed on.
like a little shit.
I mean, I'm not telling you what to do.
No, I like
but
it.
I kinda am.
I'm coming to get some layered chocolate right now.
Kind of I am.
Okay. So, the question is,
They're a stencil brush clean. I have not used any, so.
I brought a couple, so I think we're good. Okay. So layered chocolate in DIY. Very nice dark brown.
This tortoise has the cutest little face.
Okay. Oh, I'm swirling, and we're swirling.
Yeah, that's a new.
I gotta practice it, so it might mess up. I haven't done it a lot.
I always want to call her Monica, but that's not her name.
Melissa.
Melissa. Why have I named her Monica?
I don't know.
Melissa Morrow. I know her last name. From Rayhold Furnishings. She changed our stencil world when she told us to swirl. And swirl. Now we don't do the pouncing as much, so people's dogs aren't thinking there's somebody coming to the front door when they're just watching us.
Still offload I've found with this method.
Oh, for sure. You don't want to get it everywhere. I'm just painting all around the edges. Violet says, I can't remember the last time I got a birthday cake, let alone a birthday present. I get that. Our birthday cakes generally are just because we like to eat cake. We're not talking fancy bakeries. We're talking like Boxo cake mix or Costco.
The tuxedo cake from Costco is a fan favorite at our house.
It is a fan favorite. Oops.
So the thing about the swirling method is you gotta make sure your stencil stays down. So press with those bristles. A good wide brush I have found works pretty well for this.
Okay, so Tracy says she's not a swirler, she's a pouncer.
I'm a pouncer too, Tracy. I'm just trying this because I need to get
We're
good
trying
at
new
it.
things.
But look how crisp that is and how fast that went. Okay, I'm gonna heat gun those because I want them to be dry.
Oh, Anna said that she stopped to save a turtle in the middle of a highway this week. So you saved the turtles. There was a park in Phoenix when my sister, or maybe it was a zoo, when they were growing up, that you could ride on turtles. You couldn't do that anymore, but they could ride on the backs of turtles. Renee's on here, she might know. Maybe it was like, I think it was in Canto Park, if I remember correctly.
Okay, now we're going in with the white. I'm just gonna shift the stencil just a little bit. So here, let me see if I can show you that. You can see
Anna
the
says
green.
she's been swirling.
See the green coming up underneath that? I just want a little bit of that hint of brown. Actually, I'm gonna shift it. Yeah, I'm going to the top. That way it looks like it's frosted like this. Like coming down.
All right, the turtle is Fancy Farm Girl. Can I have that heat gun, sweetie?
Yep, hang on.
Thank you.
Every now and then I'm like, oh, I didn't get where I wanted to be, so I pounce.
The benefit of swirling is it also supposedly bleeds less and you can blend the colors too.
Oh.
Elaine says, always move turtles in the direction they are going. What have I told you about the heat gun over the table?
It works for me better. There you go. Let me show you the detail on that middle one.
If I knock something off with a cord, I'm not taking the blame.
Oh, whoops. Nope, that's right.
I haven't even been paying attention to what you're doing over there.
Me, I'm winging it.
You're winging it?
I'm doing my own thing.
It's allowed.
I usually do on Saturday nights. I'm like, if it doesn't turn out, you can repaint it like on Monday.
They said it looks better than great.
Better than great? Well, thank you.
The shadowing of the stencils looks amazing. Meanwhile, I'm over here heat gunning a rooster. So Jasmine said that she starts on the negative spaces, and that Melissa starts on the negative spaces and swirls towards the stencil. That would be smart on like a bigger area, because then he's using a pretty big brush, but if you're using a small one, because then most of the paint's in the middle and not on the edges. You just can't push down hard when you swirl. Oh, I missed part of this leg situation.
I think that would be really cool if you had like some flowers or roses or something, and you two-toned or even three-toned them.
Can I see? I haven't seen it. Oh, that's way cute. Can you do it on the other side?
Yeah, I'm going to do the stars on the other side, but I'm going to distress it so they can see the red coming through.
You're going to do stars.
I have these.
Oh, I think, not that I'm
You
trying
think
to tell you
pine
what
cones
to do.
all over?
Well, I just feel like stars and pine cones aren't really the same thing. You could do a word on the other side. Or,
This is the, I have the,
Christmas trees.
I couldn't find the two other
Although
bottle
those
brush.
Christmas trees are really small.
Yeah.
I would just do pine cones.
I wanted to do like some words, but I couldn't find the right stencils that I
Couldn't find
wanted.
the alphabet.
No.
You could stencil it and make it say Pine Cone Farm.
Yep. Could.
The roosters are weathered wood. I'm going to white wax it here in a little bit.
So I'm gonna flip it and do these opposite, just cause. Just to give it some interest.
It's like not drying. Sometimes I get too much paint on there. I'll dry the turtle too. I don't think the turtle needs white wax though. I feel like he just needs like a, I don't know, clear wax, maybe some dark wax on the legs.
Just careful not to get this brush.
I'm undecided on the turtle.
I flipped my stencil over to go a different direction, and I think I got a little dirtiness.
It's alright. It's just paint. We can fix it. So this sweet lady came in. I don't remember her name. I'm not even sure she told me. But her husband was talking about painting, and he said he really doesn't like the blending. He can do one color or two colors, but the blending is just too much for him. And she was talking about crafting. She was going to buy a bunch of molds, and she's really cute. And she's like, I come in there, and I start crafting, and I muddle it all up, and I don't do a good job. And she's like, and then my husband comes in, and he's really good at all the crafts, and he helps me finish my crafts. And I was like, hey, that's just like me and Zeb.
You have all the good composition and good ideas.
And you execute it well. Alright, these are dry. This one I'm just not gonna, I'll dry it. I'll do that one later. This needs white wax. This needs, I don't know what I'm doing with the turtle. This one needs another coat. She's turtle wax, dark wax the turtle. That's what I was thinking.
All right, let me borrow this again. So I just changed, all right, so we have these. I just did it a little different on this side. I think I should have done this one over a little farther, but I'm hoping once we distress it, it'll add some more interest and it won't look disjointed.
This lady's not gonna get all the way finished today because she's shiny. And so she might take a third coat to get it all the way covered. So I'm just gonna put a second coat and try to not overwork her. And then I'll finish her on Monday. I'll come in and get everything finished so they can ship her out.
I'm gonna shift to the left, my left, and see if that helps that go over a little bit more.
All right. Yeah.
Okay,
You need to roll over this way, lady.
going back with the beadboard. Did I say beadboard? Is this?
That's beadboard.
Yeah.
What does Deb's shirt say? What does your shirt say?
It says authority. It's from, I did a survey when I got my CNC machine and they sent me a shirt.
I should make layered stencils. Kind of I have. So if you have looked up, we have the window maker and the wreath maker and the accessory pack. And the way those are made, I haven't had a chance to make a video, is you take the wreath or the window maker and you make your window, you build it however you want, and then you put the wreath maker on it and then you decorate your wreath with the accessory pack. But I have yet to use it to show you guys. I promise we have a video coming in the next month or 6.
Whoops. I dipped it in the brown paint. I gotta go get a different stencil brush. Are you gonna start white waxing?
Yeah, I was gonna hop off camera, but we can't both be off camera at the same time.
What are you gonna go
Would
get?
you grab me the clear wax, the white wax, and the dark wax?
The white wax is there. Here's some clear wax. And
the white wax is here? Where did you put it?
Oh, there. Like in the middle of the table.
Okay. Do I have a wax brush cleaner or did you stencil it all?
No. This one says it's for clear. It looks like someone's labeled it.
I
And
don't know. It was probably Jean or Camry that labeled
This is
it.
clean.
That I can use for dark wax. I just need one for white wax.
Okay.
There's not much clear wax in here.
Make it last.
What's the brush Seb is using? You're using the number 20, right? The number 20 stencil brush. I don't know why, but the number 20 is bigger than the number 24. To me, the biggest one would be the highest number, but I don't know. Turtle is getting waxed. You'll notice when I wax the turtle, it changes the color because it's clay.
It's because that they're different manufacturers, and that's the way they had them labeled. And so we're like, yeah, number 20 works. There, I got you some more.
There's a little distress happening because the paint is fresh, so that's good. You always want to clear wax before you dark wax, because then you have a little bit more control over the wax.
All right, almost done here. Then I'm gonna distress. Ooh, I might have gone too juicy. I forgot to offload. I was positioning my stencil and wasn't looking at the brush.
Small stencil brushes, I like the 18. It's not super small, but it's a good like middle of the road.
Hey, it's all right.
Cute.
Okay,
I think once you distress that, that'll look even better.
Yeah, I'm gonna distress it here in just a sec.
Yeah, I'm finishing up my turtle waxing. Turtle wax. Do we have dark wax? Did you grab that?
Oh, no.
And did you grab a wax? Oh, here's the brush for that.
I did bring you some other brushes.
Okay. I could get it myself, but then we'd both be off camera.
I got decrepit dust. Oh, here's the dark wax. Found it.
Jewel says it looks good.
I don't know if this is dark or black.
It's cool.
Because
It's
the
black.
lid's gone and it says on the top. Oh, I went to go
Oh, we
get...
need paper towels.
Alright.
Sorry. Alright, I'm going to use the black wax on the turtle here, on the shell. And yes, I know we should be ready and have all of our stuff together, but it wouldn't be the Jami Ray Vintage Jami and Zeb show if we were not pulled together. And we never know what we're going to use.
It would be really hard to be ready because we'd have to have two separate sections, like this is the thrift haul and this is the crafting stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be hard to be ready because this is not how I roll. I'm creative, I'm not necessarily organized.
Oh, the black is looking good on there.
I know, I'm liking it.
Alright, I'm gonna make a little bit of noise and distress this. And this is just some old beat up used 220 grit.
Helen says she likes my pot. Thanks. If any of you guys have been to Jami Ray Vintage Home and looked at the clothes, we always have free shipping on them. So you never have to worry about getting together a big order. You can buy one thing or 20 things, but the shipping is free. On the clothing. I should specify clothing and jewelry.
JRB closet.
Everything in JRB closet. Masks too. Alright. I like the dark wax. And it's kind of distressing off to show some of the color that was originally on it.
I'll show you guys in just a sec. The suspense is building. What's it gonna look like distressed?
And I'm going to shade a little bit with the black wax on here, not everywhere.
Oh, we got a little bit of green coming through. That was not quite dry. That's all right. It actually looks cool. Okay, now I'm gonna do the handle a little bit. Pick up some of that red on the handle. Okay.
All right, I'll let you show them because you're better at leaning over. I'll let you show them this turtle.
Alright, so there is just a hint of the red coming through. It needs a little more distressing. The handle, we'll figure out the bottom and paint that and get the glue out of there. And then this side, the paint was not quite dry.
I like it.
And I'm not sure, this is, I don't know.
I think we need to distress the other sides too.
Yeah, we'll distress these.
Let's distress
But
the ends.
I might stencil back over this because I don't necessarily love how that like smeared because it was wet. We'll see if it dries out and looks different.
When we wax it, it'll get the color that the turtle did before I dark waxed it. It gets darker.
Okay, check this turtle out. He is such a happy little guy.
It's a happy little turtle. There's happy little trees and happy little turtles. All right, now I'll white wax this. Every time I use weathered wood, I always white wax it. It's just my thing.
But we'll look at this side. This side of the tote turned out how I wanted it to.
They like my turtle.
Your turtle is good.
My turtle composition theory. Yeah, I couldn't. That turtle was not meant to be pink. Cats are pink. Turtles are not.
I was teasing about the pink turtle.
Were you though?
Yes.
All right. And then this pot that has the flowers in it, this bust, and the other rooster will all get white waxed once they are done being painted. And they will look awesome. And I'll show you what this looks like buffed off here in a second.
I'm gonna see if I can salvage this a little bit.
I actually prefer black wax to dark wax because the black, I don't know, it just looks like more modern to me. The dark wax, I think it's from the days of everybody doing dark wax on everything.
Everybody glazed everything.
Oh heck, when the whole chalk paint first came out, like dark wax, the early 2000s were so much dark wax. So I just like the black wax. That would be cute by a fireplace, like full of pine cones or.
That worked so well, I'm gonna do the other ones.
It's hard to get the wax out of the details, but I'm going to show you a little pro tip here since I buff off most of it. Also, we have had a lot of weather changes lately, and then my arthritis is bothering me, so my hand cramps sometimes when I do too much fine detail work. I'm not getting as much off as I would want. But I do like the buff brush for this, but sometimes I'll just take like a regular dry paintbrush and use that to get down in all the cracks where I couldn't get the wax at, and then I just pull it off the top. So I just use this and it gets down into all the cracks.
This is freshening this stencil up. Awesome. Even though I kind of muddled it because it
Are you giving it a refresher?
Well, it wasn't quite dry and the paint, and then I went and sanded it and mixed the gypsy green with my white really bad. And my pine cones were like green and brown and kind of white. And I wanted them to look frosted more, like they've been out in the snow. Okay, I'm gonna show you, just went back over it again real quick, and I'll wait to distress that. All right, do you have that ready to go? Is it ready for its close-up?
I need you to give it, like my hands are starting to go numb. Would you give it like a really good wax, like a wipe off for me?
It's warm from you holding it. I was bringing a lot of that color back through that the original Rooster had.
Good job on the tote. Try using goop off on the bottom of the tote.
You know,
we also, like, if we get most of it off and it's still sticky, we have lemon oil. We actually have our own signature lemon oil at JamiRevintagehome.com. Just kidding, I'm not trying to be a commercial. But anyways, lemon oil will take off gooey and sticky stuff.
All right, I think I've got most of the excess off. This bottom part's gonna have to stay heavy wax because it's just shredding the paper
there must have been a troll on there, but Caitlin was on the ball.
All right, close up of the Rooster. This is the difference. I mean, obviously we painted this in gypsy green, right? So tote in gypsy green, the tortoise with gypsy green and black wax, and then we've got the Rooster in weathered wood and white wax. This is what it
looks like not painted, although the dark spots where it's still wet is what it looks like if we were just gonna clear wax it.
Yeah, so there's kind of the difference you can get just by doing, and that's like a lot more sophisticated, just a little bit of wax and some paint. And it wasn't a bad Rooster before, but now it's
a good Rooster.
Now it looks like stone, and it can go with like pretty much any decor. It's not color themed anymore.
I noticed some spots where the wax didn't get into. And then what I will do is on Monday when I come back, I'm going to give it a good buff, so that'll pull off even more white wax and give it just a little bit of sheen, and it'll be good to go. So we're going to do this treatment to all the weathered wood items.
That has so much detail, like the buff brush would probably be
did you say
it's
not gypsy green, it's Fancy Farm Girl.
Fancy Farm Girl, whoops.
Sorry.
Did I say gypsy green?
Tonight we use weathered wood, Fancy Farm Girl, black wax, white wax, clear wax. Make sure you're hitting up JamiRayVintage.com for the paint and products, including the JRV stencils. Don't forget to get your paint brushes. Everything but the DIY paint brushes are 20% off, no code needed until the date that Caitlin puts in the comments.
Caitlin knows.
Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
And visit JamiRevintagehome.com. Woo-hoo! Love you guys.
It's just a sign that we have like 1,000 things going on.
Right.